In this first of a three-part series, I will introduce 5 wraps on selections in Photoshop. You will learn you can see a selection defined when you see the digital ants marching in a line. When nothing is explicitly selected, the whole canvas gets affected. Only what is selected gets affected. What is not selected, however, gets protected. And if you want to get to an object's background, invert the selection all around. If you want to learn Photoshop in a fun and easy way, click the like, subscribe, share, and notification buttons so that you don't miss any more video like this one. Let us talk about the first of 3 crucial Photoshop concepts, selection. While there are various ways of making a selection in Photoshop, the rectangular marquee tool will be used exclusively in this tutorial. Every selection operation will be done from the select menu for beginners. A more advanced user may want to use the keyboard shortcut that they're familiar with. To learn more advanced ways to make selection, see my training entitled Learning Selections from the Joes. 5 ways to create selections. First, let us define what a selection is in Photoshop. While it may not be evident at first, a selection is a window to the underlying pixels of the active layer. Let us demonstrate this concept. It is best practice to add a separate layer for each object or effect that you intend to use in your project. To save time, I've already created 4 layers. Click the blank layers to select it. Use the rectangular marquee tool. Draw a rectangle on the inside of the picture frame that would depict a window to the underlying pixels. This step brings us to the first rule of selections. Wrap it with me now. You can see a selection defined when you see the digital ants marching in a line.
You can always see a selection defined when you see the digital ants marching in a line. You can always see a selection defined when you see the digital ants marching in a line.
This selection is commonly known as marching ants or simply a marquee. However, there's one exception to this rule, which brings us to rule number 2 of selections. Wrap it with me now. When nothing is explicitly selected, the whole canvas gets affected.
When nothing is explicitly selected, the whole canvas gets affected. When nothing is explicitly selected, the whole canvas gets affected.
When no pixel on the canvas is explicitly selected or easily seen with the marching ants, the whole canvas is selected, so the whole canvas gets affected. However, the problem is you can't see the selection. Let's illustrate this rule. Choose Select, Deselect to remove the current selection. Use the brush tool with a large white brush stroke and draw anywhere on the canvas. Notice how the whole canvas gets affected when you paint anywhere on the canvas. Not exactly what we want to do in this exercise. While not necessary, if you want to get a warm and fuzzy feeling that you have the whole canvas selected when nothing is explicitly selected, choose Select All to see the digital ants marching around the whole canvas. So press Command or Control plus Z several times to undo the previous steps. This rule gives us insight to rule number 3 of selections. Wrap it with me now. Only what is selected gets affected.
Only what's selected gets affected. Only what's selected gets affected.
The golden rule in most applications, including Photoshop, is that only what is selected gets affected by what you do next, which include actions like transform, cut, copy, or delete. Let's look at an example. Choose Select, Reselect to reselect the previous selection. With the current brush tool option, paint across the selection on the canvas. Notice this time, however, only the area inside of the selection got affected by the brush strokes, which is a safe way to rule number 4 of selection. Wrap it with me now. What is not selected gets protected.
What's not selected, what's not selected, what's not selected, what's not selected, what's not selected gets protected. What's not selected gets protected.
What is not selected gets protected from any editing you may try to perform afterwards. With the brush tool, paint again to fill the entire selected area. Notice the area outside of the selection is protected from the brush strokes. However, what if you wanted to select the background instead of the object, in this case, the white picture insert? Well, let's look at rule number 5 of selection. Wrap it with me now. If you want to get to an object background, invert the selection all around.
If you want to get to the background, invert the selection all around. If you want to get to the background, invert the selection all around.
To cut out an object and leave its background, you can invert a selected object in the image. Select the picture frame layer in the Layers panel. Choose Select Invert to invert the current selection. However, when a selection is inverted, what portion of the image is selected and what portion of the image is not selected is not always apparent. Shortly, you'll be able to see the selection using the second important concept in Photoshop, mask. Regardless of its type, any mask can do 3 things: show, hide, or protect what's underneath it. However, before we talk about regular masks, it's important to note that the just created selection is a sort of invisible mask. Areas that are part of the selection can be edited, whereas areas that are not part of the selection or mask are protected from any edits, as we have seen. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click the like, share, and subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more videos like this one. Click the link below for a free copy of my ebook. Thanks for watching and have a great day. And remember the rap, the more you learn, the more you may earn.